I'm here today to tell you a little bit of my story of how I got to the House of Hope, where I came from, how I got here, and why I have the privilege to stand before you today. First, I want to let you know that I graduated from the House of Hope about a month and a half ago. I am a little nervous. Y'all got to bear with me. I apologize. All right.
Rock on.
When I was a kid, life wasn't really easy. I was surrounded by alcoholics and addicts, and that was normal life to me. I didn't really know that there was anything different. The first time I remember feeling something different, I was probably 3, and it was because I got a hold of my dad's beer. By the time I was 12, I was smoking cigarettes every day and drinking on a regular basis. By 15, I was taking pills, I was smoking pot, and I started working, devoted my time to work rather than school, and I moved out when I was 17, which probably was one of those not so good choices in my life, and there were many of them. So I devoted myself to work, but despite this, I did manage to graduate from high school. How? I'm not real sure. But then when I was 18, I started working with mentally retarded adults, and I realized that there was a calling on my life to help other people. Started going to church, trying to do things differently in life, trying to overcome my family, and I got pregnant. And I turned away from the church because I didn't want to be one of those hypocritical people that I did not like in the church. So I leave church, have my son. When he's 4 months old, I put myself through nursing school, and I graduated second in my class with a baby. But then it got worse. I married an alcoholic, and I discovered that it was a whole lot easier to come home high than it was to deal with a drunk husband, because that life's hard. So I was working as a nurse in the Department of Corrections and wound up arrested in prison. My story's a little different from most people. I'm in the prison working as a nurse with my little med cart. I leave in scrubs and handcuffs. Pretty embarrassing. So all this time, here I am with my son, and my husband and I are coaching his soccer team. I'm the dugout mom on his baseball team. And the whole time, I'm sneaking away to the bathroom to shoot drugs, thinking, oh, I got this, I'm a good mom. Not even considering the impact I'm having on his life. You know, this is a child. I'm putting him through worse than what I ever grew up in. And while I'm patting myself on the back, good job, Mom, we're going home. I'm sending him to my mom's house for dinner because all we have is peanut butter and bread to eat, and he doesn't want that again. So I lose my nursing license. That was the first time in jail. I've been to jail 8 more times. I no longer have my nursing license, to say the least. I've been arrested for taking medication into the prison because I couldn't make it through a whole shift without, and I didn't know if I'd be able to steal it that day. For grand theft, possession, God only knows how many times, paraphernalia, many times, fraud, forgery, passing worthless checks, and the last time, prostitution. The last time I was arrested, it was like the TV. You know, the SWAT team pops out, a dozen men in ninja masks, and yeah, hardcore. That was this girl. Ugly, ugly. In my life, I've been addicted to alcohol, marijuana, opiates, pain pills, cocaine, meth, crack cocaine, heroin. I don't have a vein left below, from the neck down. There's nothing left. That's how I wound up smoking crack, because I couldn't find a vein. You know, that's where my life took me. I've been in and out of, I don't know how many rehab programs, inpatient, outpatient. I've been in and out of more than a dozen halfway houses, and I realized every time, more than I could even begin to count to you today. None of these programs were faith-based. Nothing changed until I did decide to do something different. I came to a faith-based program that has shown me love. Love that I didn't feel. My aunt and uncle have always stood by my side. They found a couple other faith-based programs and I wouldn't go because I wouldn't quit smoking cigarettes. And when I came to the House of Hope, I learned that I'm loved despite my flaws. When I make mistakes, they pick me up. They show me a love that I've never had in my life. As long as I stay willing to learn, they're there to teach. Even when I'm not willing, they're still teaching. And I don't realize the things that I'm learning at the time at all. I have a job today in the medical field.
Oh.
Not as a nurse. Not as a nurse. The state of Florida said that's not such a good idea. So I'm officially a non-smoker. I've been sober more than I had ever dreamt possible in my life. And today makes 229 days that I've slept in the same bed.
Ow.
Same bed every day. That's my record for over 3 years.
Amen.
You know? It's huge. And chance happening, today is the 13-year anniversary of when my uncle died because of drugs. You know, all glory to God. You know, I've experienced that love that never fails.
Amen.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.